Hi guys, welcome to the channel. And yeah, India is in the final of the Saff Under-19. We have beaten Maldives 3-0, just like I predicted. And the match went pretty much as I expected. We were the better team. They did try to do something. We were a little bit defensively, not unaware, but a little bit, lacking cohesion in defense, a little bit nervy. But as the game went on, we became solid. But it was still better than last two games where we looked more nervy. It was less, but we have to still improve that. But overall, in the attack, there was no problem there. Just like the last two games, the attack was on point. The passing between the players, the understanding, the combination play, everything was really, really good. The only thing we were lacking a bit was the final third, where some crosses were lacking a bit, and in the midfield some balls which we were giving pretty easily to Maldives to attack, so that's need to be improved. And also the timing of the passes also need to be a little bit better in the midfield, because Shami was losing balls because there was no one to be with them. So I think Gurnaj and him playing together would be really good. And these two problems were there, but otherwise Maldives really couldn't test us that much. Yes, of course the scoreline looks like it is less than the last two games, but the story is different, because unlike the last two games, they didn't come out on attack that much. The quality gap was evident. Even I would say that we are the best team, because even the match against Bangladesh, which Nepal played in the semi-finals, that was also okayish, because it was not like Bangladesh just beat them convincingly. Nepal was in the game, so that tells me that we are still better than them. So yeah, it's not really much to talk about, but I have to shout out some players, especially in this match as well. Prashant Jejo, played so well. We talk about Danny Mite, we talk about Omang Dodum, but Prashant on that left wing, dancing past players, beating players for fun, the trickery he has, the balls he delivers, the goal even, which he was also involved, great. Danny is of course great, he is the next star for us. The amount of goals he has scored and the assist, 3 matches, 5 goals, 4 assists, so 9 goal contributions. That is some next level stuff. He's way better than every Saff player there. Our own players as well, he is better than all of them, but our players are closer to him. Overall professional performance, 3-0. Bibiano's teams, just like I expected, played really well. These two things which I mentioned should be ironed out, which I think as Bibiano gets more time with the team will get ironed out. That's it for the review for the semi-final. Now the preview. Let's talk about it. India Bangladesh. Last time we couldn't beat them. We lost to them in the final. And a abysmal game. The coach was also not good for us. It was clearly evident the team was not playing well. The players were good, really good. They were not coached well. This team is coached well, so that's the difference. Bibiano has instilled confidence in them. The last batch didn't have that. So I think we have a really, really good chance to win the Saff, and we should win it easily. We are the kings of Saff, and we need to prove that by winning dominantly just like this. The main test for us will come after, when we will play the AFC qualifiers, and we have to arrange friendlies for these guys, because Bibiano can do wonders with this team, but we have to give him the right tools and the games. AFF need to arrange games for these guys, because they have a lot of potential, and to realize that potential they need games for that. And I think if we stick with Bibiano and give him extended period of time, I think we have a really, really good chance of qualifying to the Under-20 Asian Cup, which will be the priority after the Saff, because Saff is the time where we test the players. It's not that important of a tournament for us anymore. AFC is the important tournament, and the Under-20 World Cup, which we want to get there at some point. Not now, maybe 2-3 years after, but we need to get there. So for that we need to be really good in the Under-20 Asian Cup, and I think this team can do good if you give Bibiano time, and hopefully we get that, and we can qualify our first under 20 Asian Cup in a long time, and I think probably we have never qualified for the under 20 Asian Cup. I don't know, maybe we would have done, but way before. So I think it's time we have to qualify again, because that's the only way to improve. And with that, the video will end here. I will see you maybe tomorrow after the game, or maybe day after tomorrow for the review. And until next time, like, share and subscribe, and peace out.